Hello, I'm Dan Grenier, CTE Program Coordinator. I'm also one of the Robotics Advisor for Madison Robotics and also a member of our Curriculum Review Council.
And I'm David Tommaso, Career and Technical Education teacher, business education specifically, and I'm also a member of the Curriculum Review Council.
So during our curriculum writing process, we really spent a lot of time looking as a department at our course offerings. We were also looking at student feedback about the course offerings we found, and we also were looking at the prerequisites for our courses. So after kind of absorbing and reviewing those bits of information and data, we felt that we needed to reimagine our pathways and really in fitting with the needs of our students. We also looked at Department of Labor data in our region and looked at what are the current career needs and trends for job placements, so we kind of took that into account as well. Taking a look at personal finance, I had the opportunity to be part of that committee that was looking into our mastery-based learning requirements, and just spending time with Dave and our fellow department folks. When we developed that business management pathway, all right, we had our donut course in the middle, which was Introduction to Business. But if you think about the donut and then courses in that outer ring, personal finance was living there. And we structured it and designed it in a way where you don't necessarily need to take that course in the middle. All right, because we wanted to get rid of prereqs because we were losing student enrollment due to that. So we structured the classes in that outer ring that anyone could take them at any sequence. Now, looking at personal finance, when I was sitting on the committee, there was a few of us right off the bat thought of personal finance because of the opportunity for our students to live several of our capacities within our profile of a graduate.
So once personal finance became a graduation requirement, we went back to the curriculum and tried to embed more of those capacities within the curriculum. And we started by looking at all those capacities, and we noticed that personal finance was probably going to be very heavy in critical thinking and self-direction. We wanted students to be able to take a financial situation, a financial product that they were looking at and trying to make a decision for, analyze what the product was about, analyze their financial situation, which ultimately leads them to making some sort of decision based on what's best for them and what product is best for their needs. So, like for example, one of my favorite things to teach, credit cards. The students start off and we present them a credit card offer, and we learn about that credit card offer, so they're practicing analyzing within that activity, learning about the credit card and how to evaluate the offer and so forth. We do some fun things around like math and calculating the interest on the credit card with minimum payments, which dives into the analyzing as well. And then they get to practice. We give them fictional profiles of like clients, giving them things like their behaviors with money, and the students have to make decisions on whether or not these people should get a credit card and if they can use one responsibly, and if they do, what advice they would give these clients on how to use the credit card. And that ultimately, like those practices, analyzing and self-awareness and decision-making, ultimately to the PBA, where students have to kind of do two parts. One, they have to go and search for credit card offers, look at credit card offers, evaluate them, analyze them, and then they have to write a letter to their parents explaining why they should have a credit card, which allows them to practice and demonstrate, the ability to analyze the credit card offers and the products, and then demonstrate their decision-making and self-awareness through a letter of describing how to use a credit card responsibly and demonstrate their knowledge of that. So in order, for many different people to teach a course like personal finance as a graduation requirement and make that transferable to many teachers, we focused heavily on the stage 3 stuff and put a load of resources into that and kind of presented the information and presented the learning activity, but did options. Maybe you could do it this way as a group or do it solo this way. And so for basically in stage 3, creating that curriculum, making sure there was almost like a menu of things to choose from, a menu of things to go about to deliver that curriculum.
I could speak from experience. I feel the biggest thing, and Dave just alluded to it, was, having a curriculum that anyone can grab and have options to teach it. So, for example, I'm teaching interior design now, which is a course I haven't taught, but having helped write the curriculum, it's so structured in a way where I can just go right through it. It's easy. I can grasp it quickly, share the knowledge, teach the knowledge, and focus on my job, which is teaching and getting the kids to learn.
I think in terms of how the curriculum, the writing process, what I kind of gained most from it is, one, like, because we got to write it and our teachers got to write it, like, we have some ownership of it, and we're teaching things that we want to teach. So it's awesome, and you buy into that very quickly and so forth. And in the business courses that I wrote, we have 2-3 teachers teaching these courses at any given time. So I think it was important that we took everyone's perspective, everyone's opinion, listened to it, and had some healthy conflict and had some healthy discussion on like specific ways to go with different courses. And from that, we were able to create a course that like all of us kind of believe in and bought into. And I think another lesson was like, we know it's not gonna be perfect the first time. You write the curriculum, it's gonna have a few bumps and a few things that don't go so well. And if that's the case, then you go back the second time and figure out like, what are we gonna change and what are we gonna do? And I think that's the beauty of it is it's not static, it's constantly evolving, constant, dynamic and so forth. But, the fact that we got to do it, the fact that we got to write it, it's ours. It's our curriculum, it's our course, and we love it because of that.